professional wrestling. I don't know how Danielle did it, but she pulled off a coup by bringing in these two world-class.
Oh, and we are off to a Donnybrook right off the start.
I think it looks more like a Pier 6 brawl. We're here at the Ocean.
That's a good
better reference, I think. But here we go. Tag team action again. Guys, 2 points for a pinfall
Thatcher
victory.
with a beautiful drop kick.
That was a putt. That was good.
This is rugby.
Championship wrestling from Hollywood.
If this is rugby, that would have scored, I don't know rugby, but would have scored some points.
Would have been something. The Revolution now caught off guard. They have to get back to square one here, rethink strategy, because they might run into an absolute buzzsaw in Thatcher and Gulak.
There's no doubt about that. Now let's get into the Summer Tag Classic rules. If you ask me, these rules favor a team like Gulak and Thatcher because you get a win, you get 2 points. But if you get a submission victory, you get 3 points. Nobody better in the game at submissions than Gulak and Thatcher.
That is going to be a big advantage, like you said. At least one of us understands this point system. But yes, submissions earn you the big 3 points, right?
And also against La Revolucion, if you get disqualified, that's -2. Who's better at playing against the rules than Revolucion?
It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter who the #1 seed is. The Family Stone is going to win this thing. You can book it.
To your point, though, that could come back to haunt them because they've got to be careful. They've got to watch out, make sure they don't get DQ'd. Beautiful back end. Look at the aggressiveness of Gulak here, right into the cover.
Drew Gulak, known as the University City Stretcher, the pride of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
The pride of Philadelphia is.
Well, Big Duke as well, that we have here.
And now we're seeing some continuity. These guys have spent a lot of time together, trained together, so they're going to complement each other quite well. Into the cover now after the snap suplex there by Thatcher. Into the cover again. Not the first time we've seen Timothy Thatcher on this program, but in the past we saw more in singles competition. Now we'll see how he can do in the tag.
I'll tell you what, it's been a while. We haven't seen this Timothy Thatcher. He looks to be in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, I never thought I could say Timothy Thatcher has actually gotten in better shape than when we saw him a year or 2 ago, but he actually has.
How about Shea Cabrera talking about flying through the air like Stu Stone out of the red carpet rumble?
Shut up.
That giant shoulder tackle there. And Cabrera and Darevko now coming out of the blocks offensively. And they're going to exercise their will. What a physical matchup we have to kick things off, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of moves off the mezzanine here. It's going to be a lot of ground and pound, that's for sure.
It's going to be physical. You know what? I'll tell you what, depending on who wins this matchup, I like both of these teams to maybe one day get a shot at the Rock Nest Monsters. If you want to fight the Rock Nest Monsters, you can't fight their game. You've got to be bigger, stronger. You've got to find a way to neutralize the high flying. Both these teams are capable of that.
There's no doubt about it. And when it comes to the Summer Tag Classic, and a pin, almost a 3 count. The Summer Tag Classic, the final 2 teams face off to become the #1 contenders to the Rock Nest Monster. Of course, you have Gulak and Thatcher using the open door policy we have here at Championship Wrestling, entering the Classic.
Gulak and Thatcher coming in as the #1 seeds. A lot of pressure comes with that as well. Our chance to see him for the first time. Uh-oh, maybe a little rug burn here for Thatcher. Now, this Thatcher does not play around. He's not going to take lightly. You can't play games with Timothy Thatcher.
Same thing with Sasha Darevko. And you have to look at the way Revolucion's looking at things. You know, Thatcher and Gulak come in as the #1 seed. They have to take that as a slight. They've been here a while now, doing quite well in the tag team division. That can't make them happy to not be the #1 seed.
Look at this. A little taste of their own medicine. Who knew that the greatest chain wrestler in all of professional wrestling could put on a leg lock like that? That's impressive.
Sasha Darevko, well versed in the art of Russian Sambo. Great with striking throws as well as submissions. Let's call it a Russian deathlock here as Thatcher with those headbutts.
Let's not forget about the X Factor that might be at ringside. That's Fidel Bravo.
He's something all right.
Look at this. Holding on to the leg, keeping that leg grapevine as he makes the tag. And now a double team. I would say submission hold, but you can't get a victory like this.
Oh, wow.
Count is on. Oh, man.
American history, yes. Look at this. I mean, you would have thought the #1 seeds, the stretcher and the shooter, were going to come out here and stretch the championship wrestling from Hollywood.
#1 seeds might be out right here, guys.
But who would have thought there'd be
saving the day.
Who would have thought there'd be a yoga class here? A classic stretching from the Revolution.
What an incredible combination submission move that was right there. You had the labrum being stretched, the front of the shoulder, the sternum, everything.
Oh, look at that.
You know, we've seen the Revolution in the past in this tournament. We talked about their propensity for rule breaking as Gulak comes in and he's all kind of fired up. They got a victory Darevko clearly used the chain, and so we'll see if they get away with more as this tournament goes on. Gulak is the fresh man, and man, he is explosive. Look at this. Oh, look at that power. Held him in midair before going with the German suplex, and this time it's Cabrera makes that split-second save.
That's a beautiful save by Cabrera right
A
there.
Russian deadlift right there. That was impressive. Now I know that Thatcher and Gulak are tough guys.
How's that?
No knee pads.
Yeah, that's old school right there.
Now, they're a throwback to be sure.
Oh, speaking of old school, just right to the dome, Jay Cabrera for Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, Cabrera might need to be eating those plantanos, those fried bananas, soft foods after this
Wait a
beatdown.
minute.
Look at this dragon.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Got him in the Gulak.
That's
And
the
he
Gulak.
taps,
He got
yes.
it. Wow. Woo. Your winners of the match, via submission, the team of Timothy